Glory be to God. It's November 15th, 2023. I wanted to put this video out before you continue to watch the video that you're watching right now. The videos that you're about to witness is past videos that I'm just now releasing to everyone. This was part of my purpose, part of God's will, to expose the enemy, because that's what the Bible tells us to do, to expose the enemy. This is a learning video. The videos that I put out is not to disrespect my wife. It's not to embarrass her, because I love my wife. I'm in love with my wife. I've been through this journey of spiritual warfare for a reason. And I hope everybody looks at these videos with a spiritual eye and a spiritual mind. And if you don't know the Word of God, get into it, read it, have a better understanding, and then come back and look at these videos. My videos, they all will have dates on the videos, so you can watch them in order. It's a reason why you have to watch them in order. You're going to see me grow in these videos. You're going to see how God maneuvered and changed things in my life in these videos. These videos is for everybody out there that may be going through the same thing I'm going through, but don't have no answers. Well, in these videos, I'm going to show you what spiritual warfare looks like. I'm going to show you how to fight and know the strategies of the enemy, like the Bible tells us. Why they do what they do. Trust me, I searched all over YouTube for the last 8 years, and I haven't came across nobody that's really had video evidence of demonic demons controlling people that they love, or somebody explaining through their experience on live of what just took place and why it's happening. I need y'all to go back and watch my testimony series so you can have a better understanding of who I am, and watch these videos in order. I will put the dates on them, and my thumbnails will be color coordinated for the years from the time I started until today, and what changed and how did it change, because it's different type of demons that control, and they all do something different, and I'm gonna break every single one of them down on how they do and what you have to do to fight it based off God's word. I thank y'all. I love y'all. And just know I did this for y'all. I did this for y'all. I love y'all. I don't even know y'all, but I love y'all. I love it. I love each and every one of y'all, because this was bigger than me. It was bigger than me. It was bigger than my wife. It was for y'all. This is what God wanted me to do. Enjoy the video. April 12th, 2022. Keeping y'all posted on my marriage and this spiritual warfare. So, earlier today, the enemy texts me talking about tracking her. Now, I done admitted on here that I am tracking her 4 times like this, because in the past, she'll leave, be gone. I don't know where she's at. Don't know whose house she's at. Don't know where my kids is at. Don't none of her friends or mom want to give me no answers, no nothing, right? So I'm like, I've been stuck, but this is the longest that my wife done been away. Normally it's about 3 to 4 days, right? And I didn't know how to stay still. I didn't know how to let God intervene. I didn't know nothing about fasting and praying for God to go ahead and handle this demon that's controlling my wife. So now she's asking about this tracking, and the enemy's making it seem like it's weird and it's not natural, and she feels uncomfortable. And he's putting these thoughts in her head, where tracking for families is normal. It's not a bad thing to track. I'm not tracking her because I believe she's cheating on me. Now, in the beginning, when I started talking, I said, I don't know whose house she went to. The enemy was putting these thoughts in my head, right? But then once I started focusing on God, and I was able to track her, because like I said, if I tracked my wife and then went to one of these spots, what she told me was, it would look like you're crazy. And that's what the enemy will want her to think. How you know I was here? How you find me? Blah, 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 blah. But God said, sit back, focus on me, don't do nothing. So that's what I did. I didn't go to Victorville. I didn't go out to Paris. I didn't meet her at the babysitter's early in the morning. When she was close by and went to the store and drove from her family's house on that Sunday to come all the way to the store close to the house, I didn't get in my car and try to meet her there. It didn't make sense. Like, they don't have a Stater Brothers close by where she lives at, and she had to drive 15 miles away, which I do believe she was coming over here to visit. But the enemy, and this is before I knew what I know now, the enemy used that argument to push her to get more control. And if you don't give the enemy no ammunition, he can't use it and he can't control. Right? But now I know a whole lot more on how to fight the enemy, because God done equipped me with his word. And I had to start using his word and casting down arguments and everything else. So when it came to the tracking, I told her, well, remember when your car was stranded and you was coming home from Orange County on the freeway? If I know where you're at, I could find you. So that's one of the reasons for tracking. But I also said, if I was tracking you, I would have been came to you, right? If I'm telling you that I miss you and I love you, don't you think I would have came to you? So there we go. I'm using truth, but I'm tearing down that argument. Then I told her, you know what? I don't want to talk about the tracking thing no more. I already done cast down the argument of her being stupid. I never called my wife stupid. I had to cast down that argument. Then she said, you think I'm over here cheating? I said, no, I don't think you're cheating. If I thought you was cheating, then I would have, if I didn't want to be, what was it? She brought up cheating, and I think that had to do with the tracking. But I said, if I
thought that you was cheating. No, the enemy will tell her that I think that she's cheating because she did cheat. But the enemy he planned that out to a T. You see what I'm saying? So I told her, no, I don't think you cheated. If I thought you was cheating and you left me, why would I still want you back? Why would I continue to tell you I love you and everything else and I know that you're cheating? You see what I'm saying? So I'm casting down all these arguments that the enemy's been throwing at her. And like I said, the tracking thing came out of the blue. I didn't even text her. She texted me this morning talking about tracking. And it came out the blue. Right? So I'm thinking to myself, okay, I need to cast down these arguments, but I need to say it in a way that she knows I love her. So I'm telling her that you're always going to be my wife. I'm always going to love you through thick and thin, sickness and health. I made a promise to God, right? And, you know, she didn't really respond back, but she didn't say nothing negative after she heard my messages and read my text messages. So I got paid today, and she's been telling me about diapers and wipes. Now I could have been on some. Well, you got money. Once you get the diapers and wipes, that's what the enemy wants me to do. But I said no. That's my child, still my baby. I still got to get diapers and wipes. I've been supplying. I don't know what she done did with her money. I don't know if she done spent up $3,000 since she's been gone for a week. Who knows what she did with the money? But hey, we'll deal with it when she comes back. So I call her, and I'm calling, and something tells me to call her. Right? I'm getting off of work. I wasn't planning to call her. I wasn't really planning to speak to her for the rest of the night because I got that gift going to her job tomorrow. So something tells me to call her. I call her, and I said, okay, baby, I'm going to Sam's Club. First I said, baby. I said, okay, baby, I'm going to Sam's Club. No, I said, baby, I just called you so I can hear your voice and let you know I'm about to go to Sam's Club. And then I said, what size diapers do you want to do? Do you want to do, is Raquel still on a 4, or should we move her up to a 5? And she says, no, we could do a 5, right? Then, right when I'm about to tell her, you know what, I'll talk to you later, she talks to me in a conversation. So now when I'm hearing her, I'm hearing my wife talk. I'm not hearing the enemy talk. I'm not hearing that voice that sounds depleted. She's talking to me about my daughter eating carrots, hard carrots, my 1-year-old, and we're having a conversation about food and our 1-year-old. Then I asked about, well, how's Rayma doing, our 2-year-old? Oh, you know, Rayma, she eats whatever. You know, she's going to eat whatever. So we're talking about that. And then she tells me about a bed, a toddler bed that's wooden that one of her friends is going to give her. Then she's like, well, let me send you some pictures. So then I'm like, so I guess that means we're going to have to take out the crib in the bedroom. She said, yeah, we're going to have to take it out. We only keep her in that bed just to keep her occupied at times. But, you know, she can sleep in that bed. And then I said, well, that's good because we could use it for the foster care too. She said, yeah, we can. Now, one time has she said anything like, I told you I'm not coming back home, so why are you pressing me like I'm coming back home, right? But she's talking to me in a normal conversation. I'm not pressing the issue. I'm not saying, when are you coming home? I'm not saying, can Can I see you? I'm not doing none of that. So she tells me, can you break down the diapers for me at the at the at the babysitters when you drop them off for me? And I said to myself, yeah, I could do that. You know, she's getting up extra early, getting the kids ready. She got to be at work. All she got to do is grab the diapers. I'll break them down, give the ones to the daycare, get the ones, and then she'll be able to just grab the ones that she needs for her. Because she's going back to the house, but she said, yeah, I got to pick up DJ this weekend. I didn't say, so where y'all gonna live at? I didn't say none of that. It was just, and when I'm talking to her and it sounds like my wife, first thing I'm thinking about, like, man, God word works. It works. And I ain't saying that I doubted it in the past, but I'm just like more like, wow. I didn't see this coming. I did not expect this to happen right now, because I'm still fasting and I'm still praying, and I'm not going to stop because I believe my wife is coming home. No, I'm going to continue to fast and I'm going to continue to pray until I feel like I can't do it no more. Or I might just do it for a week. Who knows? She comes back this weekend. Who knows? But now, when I call her, she's picking up the phone. I'm not sent to the voice message. Like, if she really did not want to deal with me, she would have still kept me blocked. If she really, let's keep it 100. If she really didn't want to deal with me and she really didn't want to hear my voice, she would have had me on block from the time she left till now. Till now. But that's not the case. The reason why she expects me to text and expects me to talk to her is because my wife loves me. If she was really done with me, she would have been, I don't have nothing to do with you. Like, she's talking, like, for her to say that we're married, right? I mean, for us to be married and then act like I don't exist and you're not going to never talk to me no more, or you're never going to see me, or you don't want to never see me again, that's not normal with people that's married. Unless the other party was somewhat abusive. Even the ones that cheat still get to see their spouse in person. And even if they moved on and they went their separate ways, they could still be cordial with each other. But when the enemy's using you, he don't want you to even see the person no more. He don't want you to talk to the person no more. Because it's funny how I got married before this wife, and I have not got an email, a call, a text, nothing from my ex-wife. Nothing. She can find me. She can look me up on Facebook. She can find me. I haven't called her. I haven't texted her. She can't say I harassed her. She got the restraining order like this one did. But like I said, this one has not served me with nothing. Unless I was doing things and the enemy was putting these thoughts in her head and she felt like, okay, he's harassing me. He's calling me every day. He done came to my aunt's house. He done came to my other aunt's house. I'm going to go ahead and serve him with these orders now. See, and then you buy in to the enemy. Now you're playing the enemy game. He's winning. You're not winning. But when I don't buy into the BS, then guess who's winning? I'm winning. My angels and God is fighting the battles for me. All I got to do is do my part. The weapons is not carnal. We can't be fighting with weapons that we think is going to win. With our words to our wife, saying negative stuff, trying to beg and plead, cry. That's what the enemy wants you to do. I ain't cried not one time since my wife left. Don't need to cry. Only time I got teary is when I was talking to my neighbor and I was telling him my testimony. Other than that, I didn't have a reason to cry. Didn't have a reason to cry. I also texted her when I got in the house and told her about some prescription and how much they cost and how much it is with the new insurance. And she's like, wow. A couple days ago, she wouldn't even text back. It would have just been a text on chill. So I can't wait till tomorrow and this delivery comes to her job. All that does is add more on my end for my wife. That I'm winning. And I expect her to come back home. But it'll be on God's time. When he feels, okay, it's time for her to come, she'll come home. I don't think it'll be another week. I doubt that it'll be another week. If I keep doing what I'm supposed to do and I know how I'm supposed to talk to her, she'll be back sooner than later. Because it's like I said, she's warming up to me. She's talkative. She don't sound like the enemy. She sounds like my wife. And when God gets done doing what he's been doing, then she would say to myself, my husband loves me. I need to get back home. Why am I over here? Everything will snap into place and she'll be like, why am I here? What did my husband do? He didn't do anything. He didn't do nothing. He's been nice. He's been courteous. He's been humble. He's right. We was arguing about nothing. Why would he want to cheat on me? That's what it was. It was not her cheating. It was me cheating. Because one of the arguments was, the outfit that she bought me, she said, who you trying to impress? And I said, why would I be trying to impress somebody up there, especially a woman that got married, that's happily married? I said, I'm dressing because this is how I dress, and your outfit that you bought me is one of my favorite outfits. It's your first outfit that you bought me that I felt good about, and I knew you put the time and effort in to get me something that you believed I like. Not something that you felt like, oh, okay, I gotta give him some type of gift. I know it's his birthday. But it was that. And then it was her feeling that what else I had to cast down? It was something else I had to cast down. I can't think right now. The outfit, the tracking, the lock, the kid's lock on the door. I had to cast that argument down because that was another argument. And the one with with her saying, with her, when I asked my wife to transfer the money over, I had to cast that down. See, those is arguments that the enemy was not trying to let me explain the other day when I was trying to talk it out, because we haven't had a time. We ain't had a time to talk the situations out. The enemy didn't want to talk it out. He just wanted to control her, get her upset, and make it seem like I'm not listening to her, even though I am listening to her. So now I was able to leave a couple messages. I could see when she's reading it because it shows that she read it. And that was it. So I'm not going to call her for the rest of the night. I'm not going to text her. I may say good night and see if what she says in return. But I'm good. I got some errands to do in the morning before I got to go to work. I'm expecting a long day at work. And she gonna get her gift, and I'm gonna see what she does. Is she gonna call me? Is she gonna text me? Is she gonna say that was a nice gift? Thank you. Is she gonna post it on Facebook? Even if she don't post it on Facebook, guess what? I'm not even tripping, because I don't do this for Facebook. I do this for my wife. I do this for her. If I was doing it for Facebook, I'd make a post. Yeah, I'm about to send my wife some flowers. I mean, some chocolate covered strawberries tomorrow at her job. I don't need everybody to know what I'm doing. But they'll know what's going on in these videos. But that's doing God's work. But my personal life, nah, I don't need to let everybody know. You know, she still does little stuff like that. You know, wants that attention seeking. But I believe God will, he will, change her to the point she's not doing all that attention seeking. She's following the word. She's going to know what, we're going to be a testimony to so many other people, and so many people is going to learn how to fight this enemy, which helps a lot more people stay married. Follow the word of God to do exactly what it's telling us to do. So today was a breakthrough. Today was the biggest breakthrough since last week till now. Today was a breakthrough. My wife sounded like my wife. She talked to me. I was able to talk to her, tell her some nice, kind words. Like I said, the word tells us to you could kill off that anger with nice choice words. So, man, it's a breakthrough, people. It was a breakthrough. And I'm so happy about it. So happy about it. Y'all just don't know. Go ahead. I'm going to get off, man. Keep y'all posted. I love y'all.